Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I'm Amin from class of Petroleum Geoscience September 2021, and today my group would like to talk about chemical weathering. So, what is weathering? Weathering is the breaking down of rocks and minerals through contact with the Earth's atmosphere, biota and waters. Weathering occurs in situ or with no movement, and thus should not be confused with erosion, which involves the movement of rocks and minerals by agents such as water, wind, ice, and gravity. The type of weathering that we will explain today is chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is the weakening and subsequent disintegration of rock by chemical reactions with the atmosphere or hydrosphere. These processes either form or destroy minerals, thus altering the nature of the rock's mineral composition. Temperature and especially moisture are critical for chemical weathering. Chemical weathering of rock minerals generally occurs more quickly in hot, humid, climatic regions.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm going to talk about hydrolysis and chemical weathering process. Hydrolysis is a chemical reaction caused by water. In the reaction, water and another substance is decomposed into hydroxide and hydrogen ions. Hydrolysis usually accompanies reaction with acid. Acid is carbonic acid when rainwater react with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This type of weathering change the chemical composition and the size of minerals, make the rock less resistant to weathering, and also create new formation of minerals. New minerals formed as a result of hydrolysis reaction are almost all hydrated. These are the example of hydrolysis equation. Next type of chemical weathering is carbonation. Carbonation is a dissolution reaction which involves slightly acidic water, specifically carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is common in natural environment and formed when rainwater combines with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This type of weathering occur in rocks containing calcium carbonate, such as limestone and chalk. Rock that contain calcium bicarbonate react with acidic water and dissolve, leaving behind calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate is soluble and easily washed away by running water. These are the example of carbonation reaction.
The next type of chemical weathering is solution or dissolution. Solution is a process whereby a mineral passes completely into solution. For example, salt dissolving in water. Result will be ions in solution and nothing left behind like halite, calcite, and many others. Ions introduced into the surface and groundwater by chemical degradation of surface exposed rock forming minerals. Elements with preference to ionic bonding are generally most soluble. Some minerals dissolve directly in water and the ions are leached or flushed away. Halite is the best known example because it is extremely soluble and survive at Earth's surface only in most arid regions.
Assalamualaikum. Next, I will explain about oxidation process. Before going more detail, oxidation is the reaction of rock minerals with oxygen and make some changing for the mineral composition of the rock. Iron, a commonly non-mineral, become red or rust colored when oxidized. In most silicate, iron is present as Fe2+, but in the presence of oxygen-rich atmosphere, Fe3+ in the favorable oxidation state. So, oxidation is important in the weathering of minerals that have a higher Fe content such as olivine, pyroxene, and amphibole. For example, let's look on this equation. Based on this equation, we can see that iron silicate mineral reacts with water and oxygen to form hematite. Hematite contain Fe3+ that make the hematite is deep red in color. Next, I will continue this video with explanation about spheroidal weathering. Spheroidal weathering is a form of chemical weathering that affects jointed bedrock and result in the formation of concentric or spherical layers of highly decayed rock within weathered bedrock that is known as sphaerolite. It occurs when a rectangular block is weathered from 3 sides at the corners and 2 sides along its edges. In other words, spheroidal weathering in chemical weathering is known also as exfoliation in physical weathering.
Lastly, chemical weathering assists or enhanced by physical weathering, which produces smaller particles of rocks. These small particles increase the relative surface area of the rock, thus increase the contact area exposed to water. The higher the surface area, the faster chemical weathering occurs. That is all from us. Thank you.